touchdowns and 6 picks though for Dak. He's driving an explosive car for sure. There's no question. He's having a really good year. He's running more. He's turning the ball over less. I think Dak's a really good quarterback. I like him. I'd give it to Purdy. Now I'm biased. You know, I just think one, the Niners have the.
Why are you biased?
Well, I'm biased because I've seen them play head to head, and Brock lit him up, and Dak struggled. Now the Niners defense is better than Dallas's defense. So how would Brock play against the Niners defense?
Better than Dallas play caller.
Right. I just am. I'm not as big a fan of Dak Prescott, though I love his bounce back year. But I mean, yeah. and also I also think when you look at Dallas, Grant, I think Dallas is a classic bully team. I mean, if you look at their schedule, I mean, Philly's one of the best teams they've beaten. They beat the Giants, the Jets, the Patriots. They got a really close win against the Chargers. They beat the Rams, the Giants, the Panthers, the Commanders. They had a really close win against the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, you could make an argument, Grant, that last night against the Eagles was their only win really all year against a really good team.
Who did the Niners beat?
Well, they beat Dallas and Philly, and they beat Philly and Philly.
Yeah. Look. I'm not saying Dallas is better than the Niners. I'm saying the Niners are better than Dallas, and I feel like Brock Purdy, Dak's job is harder. You've got Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. You've got who's his tight end? He doesn't have
Ferguson
team that Brock Purdy has, and the fact that they have comparable numbers, to me, it was the LeBron argument. LeBron won those MVPs a lot of times. He didn't necessarily have the best numbers, but it was like, look who his teammates are. Look at the fact that he's the number one seed with freaking those guys on his team. And I think there's some of that going. I mean, I think that's why people would vote for Dak, but also I think the biggest reason people would vote for Dak is he's on the Cowboys. They have one win on national television, and all of a sudden his odds skyrocket. What is it with the Cowboys? Why are they America's team?
I mean, they, because of Roger Staubach, and they're, when did most people in, let's say, their 40s to 50s, let's say, start becoming fans of the league? It's in the 70s. So it's the same reason the Steelers are an incredible outfit. I mean, the Packers are an iconic franchise because of their success in the 60s. When the sport exploded on television, teams like Green Bay and Dallas and Pittsburgh were at the forefront. But back to Dak versus Brock, let's go back to their head-to-head. In their head-to-head, Brock went 17 of 24, 4 touchdowns, no picks, and a 144.4 rating.
Is that really the criteria, though? Because Brock gets to face the Dallas defense, and Dak has to face the Niners defense. Once they face each other, it's not 10.
Right, but Dallas' defense has Micah Parsons and a lot of, Dallas has a pretty fierce
defense. It's not as good as the Niners defense. But it's
but I mean the 49ers defense also. The 49ers defense was terrible against Minnesota. It was awful against Cincinnati. So it's the way you play the day you play. Dak
put up 22 points against Minnesota, but yeah.
Dak against the Niners put up 10 and threw 3 picks and had a 51.6 quarterback rating. I mean, Brock's quarterback rating,
and he still has fewer picks than Brock somehow.
Yeah.
This year. Crazy. It's going to be a good race. If you want to wager on this, go to BetUS. Use the link in the description. Receive a 125% sign-up bonus. And if you win, get your money in less than 24 hours, which is what's nice about BetUS. It's going to be a 2-guy race. I think Brock Purdy's going to win it, but you can never count out Cowboy because the league is rigged.
Welcome to the Peter King Podcast. Incredible. Week 15. Peter King Podcast. Miles Simmons, where has the time gone? And I'm going to be joined by my buddy Miles Simmons from NBC Sports, and we have a lot to get to. Probably as entertaining and as odd and as
it happens. And then we have a guest, Jake Browning, the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, and all he's done the last 2 weeks in playoff caliber games, playoff implication games, I should say, is put up 34 points in each game. So we're going to talk to Jake Browning right in the middle of the pod. And then at the end of the pod, we're going to get into, or part two of the pod, we're going to get into where are the Kansas City Chiefs right now, and where is Patrick Mahomes right now, as well as a little pet theory I've had on quarterbacks in the NFL for a long time about why on God's green earth is there a race every year to go get the latest big, great, shiny object. And why, if I'm the Chicago Bears, it's not even a tough decision right now, unless Justin Fields spits the bit in the last 4 weeks. I'm not taking Drake May or Caleb Williams. I'm trading that pick for 3-1. Let somebody else come up and get a guy, and then let him get beat up for a few years, see if he can survive. Anyway, that's going to be in part two of the pod. Miles Simmons, good morning. You have had a very active morning here as we record on Tuesday morning. You're on the West Coast. You've done pro football talk. You had to get up at 3:30 after staying up for the football games. You must be wrung out like a dish rag this morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Peter. I don't know what time it is, man. It's 9:09 Eastern, which is what I gotta go by, when it's days like this. And I will issue one correction. I woke up at 3:05 this morning. I should be 3:04. I think I woke up a minute before my alarm. Shut the alarm off because why hear that if you don't need to? So yeah, but I got my 5 hour.
What do you do when you get up? Do you make coffee, or what do you do? You take 5 hour energy?
Yeah, it's the process for me is a breakfast bar that I actually store underneath the bed so I don't have to get up and go find them. I like reach down, grab it, and eat that. Then take about half a 5 hour energy, then sandwich that with another breakfast bar, and I'm ready to go, man. That's all I need. No coffee. I'm not a really big coffee guy. I do like
Yeah, I appreciate you pulling marathon duty, so let's get into it. I'm going to tell you the thought I had at 11:15, 11:30 on Monday night. And it's a thought I am sure nobody else has had, but this is what hit me. That the road to the top seed in the NFC playoffs goes through Tommy DeVito. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about,